If you want to make soft, stretchy agege bread at home without using mixer or oven, this is the right video to watch because that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. So hello everyone, my name is Rem and I make videos from Lagos, Nigeria. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so now so you can see many more of my amazing recipes. And if you like this video after watching, do make sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave. Alright, let's get into making soft, stretchy agege bread. The very first thing I want us to take note of is how you measure your flour to get good results. Instead of just scooping the cup inside the flour like that, this is how I do it. Just fill the cup with flour and take out the excess like this, and that's it. So I measured out 4 cups of flour, which I'm going to sift. Very important. This will help to break any lumps that's in the flour, and also if there are weevils in it, you'll be able to see and also remove any particles that you don't want. So do make sure to always sift your flour. Done with sifting, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup powdered milk, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to stir this together. I will leave all the list of ingredients with measurements in the description box, so please check it out. Once this is done, I'll set it aside and add 1 cup of water in a bowl and another ½ cup, but I didn't pour the entire ½ cup, I saved some. It is also very important to note that I'm using warm water, and then 1 teaspoon of sugar and 2½ teaspoons of yeast. I'm using active dry yeast. I'll stir this to combine properly and set it aside to proof. And in 1 to 2 minutes, you should see that it has made bubbles. It will start to look foamy on top of it like this, and that means the yeast is good. So we can proceed with the next step. Now I'm going to add this proven yeast into the flour mixture we made earlier and mix together. Please note, very important, that the water for proofing the yeast is just warm. It is not too hot to touch and it is not cold. So what you just need to do now is just keep mixing. It will look sticky at first, but don't be tempted to add flour. Just keep mixing and it will come together. For this recipe, I'm using margarine, and this is a popular brand in Nigeria. I'm using 4 tablespoons, and this is a good time to add it. You can do this little by little. I decided to just go in at once. So patiently work it into the dough like I am doing like this, and before you know it, everything will come together and will start to look nice. Also, the dough will start to stick less because of the margarine. Bread making requires quite some patience if you want good results, and if you're patient enough to do this, you're going to love the result you will get. At this point, you can oil a surface, a smooth surface, and transfer the dough onto the surface so you can knead better. Look at how I am doing it. Just stretch it and pull it together and stretch like this for at least 15 minutes. In the absence of a mixer, you can achieve stretchy dough like this. To test if the dough is well kneaded, just take a small amount of the dough and stretch it. If it tears easily like that, then it's not well kneaded. We need to knead some more. Doing this will give you 2 benefits. You get to work out your arms and you get stretchy dough. I didn't finish the 1½ cups of water. I had 2 tablespoons left. I've been kneading for 15 minutes and this looks good. As you can see, I am stretching and it's not tearing apart easily. And so now I'm going to just oil that same bowl I used for mixing, transfer the dough onto it and cover with a napkin and put in a warm area for about 40 minutes or until it doubles in size. While that was going on, I oiled my pan and then made egg wash. And for this egg wash, I used 1 tablespoon of milk and 1 egg. I'm going to just whisk this and then set it aside. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel for more recipes like this. So it's been 40 minutes and this looks good. It has doubled in size, so we'll punch it down to release the air in the dough and transfer it onto a work surface so I can start to cut into various sizes. The dough looks really good and smooth, and I just wanted to show you. So I'll flour lightly this work surface, and that's where I'll be cutting the dough. So I'm just trying to use my hand to shape it into a round ball and then proceed to cutting from here. This first part I'm cutting will go into a different pan for the oven. I'm going to be baking some in the oven, and this last one I'm going to cut into 4 and just use my hand to shape it into round balls. I'm just trying to fold in the sides and then just making it go round and round like that until it forms a ball. You can do this, just fold in the sides just like I'm doing till you have a ball like this, and place it into your bread pan, which has been oiled and floured so that it doesn't stick, the bread doesn't stick to the pan when it's done. This is the one we're going to be baking in a pot on the stove top. So now that we're done, I'm going to cover it and allow it to rise a second time for another 40 minutes while I preheat the pot, which we're going to be using to bake the bread. You need a wide pot for this that is big enough to fit your bread pan. So to protect the pot, I used some salt, layered it at the bottom like that. So if you don't have a steam rack or a stove top, you can use these empty cans. So I'll preheat this pot for about 7 minutes on low heat while I go check on the dough. Dough looks good, doubled its size, so it's a good time to apply the egg wash which I prepared earlier. This egg wash will help to give it that rich brown color at the top by the time we're done baking. Done with that, and it's time for baking. This pot is hot enough, and gently I'll place it inside the pot and cover it. I'll bake this for 30 minutes on medium heat. Do not disturb, and 30 minutes later, look at what we have. So good! The entire house smells so good. I love the aroma of fresh bread. This is looking so good. I think I already said that, but I can't help it. So at this point, I decided to just, brush it with some more margarine. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It just makes it shiny. So I took it out of the pot, let it cool just a little bit, so it's easier for me to take it out of the pan. This is the one I baked on the stove top, like you just saw, and this is the one from the oven. They both look so good, texture the same. I'm going to share the recipe for oven later on, and after cooling this for a few minutes, I brought it out, and look at this. It looks really good. Now let's open it up or tear it apart so you see how stretchy and how so good this is. Please pay attention. Let me also mention that this is the benefit of kneading your bread dough well and also proofing it twice. Look at how stretchy that is. Look at this goodness. Just try this once and you're not want to going to buy bread again. You're going to want to make yours all the time. My children couldn't wait to have a taste of this bread. It was so good. I enjoyed mine too. So if you want to make stretchy, soft agege bread, follow this recipe. I am positive you're going to get good results. So if you still have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Please like and share to your friends. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.